So today we're looking at citation and how to create a bibliography. We're going to look at two web pages and two search engines, the first one being WebPath Express, which is found in the library catalogue. I hope you've used this because it's really excellent. Please make sure that you are logged in, because otherwise you won't be able to do your citations. You won't find the necessary information. We're looking at refugees. I know some of you are. We'll go to search, and now we're looking at some of the things that we have, some of the articles that we can look at. I want to look at this article here. I want to cite it because I have used it. All right, so now it's gone into my list. It's created a list for me of all the articles that I have had a look at. And now I go back to here and it says citation. So here's the cite. I can add more facts if I know them, or otherwise it's really important that I have this URL and the date that I access the information. So I don't know any more information about who the author is, so I'm going to save it. And it says it's saved. Once we have gone and saved all the information, we're going to go down to the bottom and it says citation list. We're going to go to go, and there are all your citation lists for you. So all you have to do now is you have to highlight that, copy and paste it into your bibliography. Okay, we're now looking at World Book Online. I'm in student, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of this article that I've been using, and it says there how to cite this article. Yay! Now, there are three different options here: the MLA, the APA, or the Harvard method. There are different methods of citation, and the method that our school uses is the MLA method. So if you ever have that option, that is the one you need to choose. And once again, all I want you to do is highlight this, and you can copy and paste it into your bibliography. So what to do if the article that you're reading or the book that you're reading does not come with a citation generator? Well, then you go onto the internet and you download one. You type in easybib.com, easy bibliography, I suppose it's short for, and we're going to try this. So we go down to the orange bar that says create citation, and we've got options here. We've got website, book, journal, and many, many more. Under here, you've got choices of videos, of photos, of images, encyclopedias, many more things. Okay, but right now we want a book. So to cite my book, I can type in the ISBN, which is the number under the barcode on the back cover. But right now, I'm actually just going to type in the title and search. And the results are, there are three different results. All right, so I've got to do a little bit of work here. The authors are generally the same. Let me have a look and see. This is the one I want. Askedom and Berger. And which is the... Let me look on the title page, which is the page behind the title where all the tiny little writing is. For the publisher is Little Brown & Co. And the year is 2016. So this is the one that I want. Here's what we found. It's a bit hard to see in amongst all the adverts because this is a free site. This is what they found. Happy with that? Yes. Continue, please. And then it says add in any missing information. You can add in any information you may know as well as what they have added, or otherwise if you don't know anymore, you can complete the citation. We've created your citation. And here it is. Okay, it's the one that is highlighted. And what we want to do now is, if I put my cursor over it, it'll copy the bibliography citation, and then I just need to put it into my bibliography. When you're citing your images, this is often quite easy just to do without any help at all. What I've done here is I've clicked on the picture and then right-clicked and searched Google for image, because many images have been used many times. This image has been used about 284 times. Okay, the same image. I'm trying to find out where this image came from, where it started from. All right, so we're going to click on this image again, and it opens up all the 284, however many there were, and I'm going to click on it again. All right, I like this black box here because this is very helpful to me, and it's talking about copyright here and says learn more, but I want to see it say look for copyright. Some images are not open to copyright, and they are free to use, but let's have a look. This one is not saying anything, so I'm going to click on another one, and it says, that's what I want to see, image credits. Who took this photo? Let's see. There we go. The creator was J. Carolette. He's the person who took the photo. And the copyright is J. Carolette, so J. Carolette owns this. Now, the only thing missing here, well, there are two things missing, is the date it was taken and the name of the photograph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down creator J. Carolette, and then I'm going to write down, there's no name of the photograph, so I'm going to write down unknown photograph or unnamed photograph of refugees, copyright J. Carolette. There doesn't seem to be a date, so I don't seem to be able to put that in. Right, I hope that's given you a few little ideas about how to go forward with your citations. They're not as scary as everybody makes them out to be, so I'm sure you'll be just fine. Thank you for listening.